What's up, Legends? LGG Alden here. So today I'm playing an indie game, but it's not just any random indie game. It's my indie game, technically. So this is a game I've been working on for a little while now, and I figured I'd show you guys it since I've been making these tutorials for Game Maker recently, and this is something I've made in Game Maker, and I figured I'd show it off so you guys know, yeah, you can actually make some pretty good stuff in it. And this is pretty much the best thing that I've done with it so far. But to show it off, so this is an early alpha test of it, as it says up here, because it's not a lot to it. There's not a bunch of story elements, and there's still a lot more to go to it. It's like as if kind of to put it's the first two parts of the game, and yeah, but it is public, so you can download it. I'll have a link in the description, so you guys can try it out for yourself if you want to, and give some feedback and figure out glitches and bugs and all that. So if I go to the options, it shows the controls here. Eventually there will be key mapping and other things like sound and things to affect it. Right now there isn't really any music or any audio to it yet because I need to work on that. I'll probably get LGG Gabe to help me with that stuff. He does a lot of that. But here we go. So just click play, and then there's play and load. Play is just, it'll start a new game from the beginning. Load is kind of like if you already have a save file, as you see there's checkpoints and stuff, and then you can load where you previously were. So click play. So now it'll bring me to this. So the concept for this game is kind of challenging. I don't know what gave me the idea to do it like this, but it's kind of how I am, and I kind of stuck with it because it's interesting, but it's like it needs work in order to make it better. So for now, it kind of okay. So what it is these green platforms, like they represent grass kind of, and then there's like cliffing and or like the edges of cliffs, and you can fall down them and all that. These are also platforms as if they were on like a mountain. So it doesn't really make the most sense because the artwork, I need to work towards making better art for it, and then it'll make more sense, like, so you know what's what and all that. But watching this video, if you see it, you'll understand it a little more, and then when you play it, might not be too confusing. So, as you can see, WASD is to move. There's a little guy that follows me. You'll see what that does eventually, what the point of him there. So, it'll tell you on the bottom of the screen what to do. So, this is a checkpoint. As you can see, the bottom left of the screen, game saved. So now, if I clicked load, it would take me right back to here. So, these are like the platforms. And then, okay, so the next thing, press W. So if I go to the top of a platform, I can jump. You can also jump on the platforms, but it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't matter. It just kind of moves you up a little bit. So yeah, pressing like going to the top of a platform and jumping. So then falling off of edges, as you can see what I just did there, I fell down an edge because it has gravity into it. So I fell down to the next platform. Pressing E near a heart picks it up. So as you can see, there we go. We got 5 hearts. Each little person can have up to 5 hearts. So now here's why there's a little guy following me. If I press the 2 number key, it'll change to him. Press 1, go back to him. So I can switch between these 2 little guys. So now it's technically like as if the orange one is you, the first person is you, and then you have like your friend. So like that. So you can play as them both and switch through them. There's a map, and the map really doesn't work the best right now. The land does represent, like, go off this map pretty well, so you actually know where where you're going kind of and all that. So it kind of symbolizes this, so you know where your options are to go and all that. But the system showing exactly where you are doesn't really work the best right now. So there's another thing, there's also objectives. So current objective is to complete the tutorial. Pressing O turns it on, or it toggles it on or off. So now going into it, it'll kind of lag for a second here because it's loading the world. Okay, so now that I'm in the world, the thing is, like I said, there's not much story elements, so you don't see much. There's not a lot to it. Current objective is to go to the mountains. Eventually, like, as you can see, there's little houses and stuff. Eventually, there will be, like, a villain tormenting it, like your town. And there will be him and his minions, which you'll see the minions eventually. I'll get to that part. But as you can see, it's kind of like that. And eventually it'll all make sense and look nicer, and you'll understand why this is all going down. But it's basically a villain's trying to attack your world, and you and your friend decide to go on a quest to try and stop him. So now, as you can see, so now basically I was here. I was in this is like the hometown kind of area. This is like the pathway that I'm going through right now. And there's not names for the characters yet or the towns because I'm going to another town right now. If you guys have any ideas for that, go ahead and comment it. Any cool names that I could use for these characters, or any cool ideas for the town names, anything, whatever ideas you have, go for it. And I'll check it out and attempt, probably, I might use it if it's pretty good. So eventually, though, it will tell you where you're at. It'll maybe do something in the corner where it pops up. Oh, you're here, this place, something like that. So this is, now I'm here. As you can see, I'm right here. This is the other town. For now, I call it the mountain town because I don't have a name for it. So yeah, so I'll just go this way. And then you kind of just go over here. And there's a little way up to the upper part of this land. Okay, here we go. So as you could tell, up here is kind of like mountains, so it's almost like those are the mountains you're going to. Objective is to go to the mountains. Here we go. So now I go up. If it'll load. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now I'm in the mountains. The current objective is to reach the top of the mountains. So here we go. So there's all these platforms and stuff. I'm not going to go the fastest way. There is a really quick way up, and it's the best. But there is other things you can do, and this will kind of show off one of the things I'm working towards fixing and how the concept I need to fix on. So as you can see, you can kind of go up here and you can follow your way through. There's like all these mountains, and yeah, so when I get up here, here's what I'm going to do. So this is technically something I'm going to work towards fixing because you shouldn't be able to do this. So like how I can just go like this, and next thing you know I'm down here, and then there's this. This is how I'm going to get over to the platform I need to. So like this, naturally you can take away if you see like this way as I'm going. Yeah, you can go down there. There's a way up through there, but so that's one of the things. I need to work on better gravity, and so you can't jump as far and all that, and you can't do all this so it works a little better and makes more sense. So up here now, this is okay. So as you can see, that guy just took my friend. Can't switch to him. His little guy in the top left is gone. So basically that is the first minion that you fight, and he just took my friend. So now the objective, I reach the top of the mountain, so enter the mountain temple. So now I go into here and then find the special power room in the temple. Don't have a name, an exact term for that. I don't know. So this, too, as you'll see, so this is, as I go up here, you'll notice this is basically, this temple is a giant maze. So as you can see, it'll get crazy. So for this part of it, I'm just going to take the really quick way through. I believe there's two ways, but I'm just going to do the fastest way possible. And if you guys want, you can watch this. If you guys want to play it for yourself and you want to attempt the maze on your own, you could just skip this part so you don't know it and you don't know what you're doing already, so then you can try it out. But definitely, if you don't know the way through this, it could take some time to do it. So I'm just going to go the quick way then. So you go up here, go over, and basically, this really isn't hard if you know the way. It's pretty simple, but it definitely, as you can see everywhere, there's a bunch of lines and all this stuff, and it all depends. If you go in the wrong entrance too, it'll like mess you up, and yeah, it definitely could take a long time if you didn't know your way through. Okay, so that's, as you can see up there, that's the exit or the special room entrance right there. So now I'm almost there. So now that I'm up here, it's going to tell me press WASD or either one of those, or enter and enter to use your special attack. So basically, as you can see, if I press enter, it'll light me up. But then if I press a key, like if I'm moving, it'll dash, like, so instead of walking slow, it'll move quicker. So I can dash around and all that. And that's the special attack. But then, as you can see, so it matches my head and it tells me an arrow to that. So that's the minion. So basically that kind of symbolizes, oh, hey, use this to destroy the minion. So now it's like this. So the reason this background's white is it kind of symbolizes, oh, you're above cloud level now. And yeah, so then I activate the checkpoint. So here's the guy with my friend. Now I can't do anything. So the only way, so you have to activate the boss by hitting him. Okay, so now he starts. So he has a little shield anytime he's moving, so you can't attack him when he has the shield. And it'll go kind of all over. As you could see, he just shoots these kind of like bullet sort of things. And then you just have to charge onto him and hit him. And the thing about the special attack is you can't, once you've used it, like in the air once, you can't use it till you're on the ground again. Okay, so we'll go back down again. There we go. And there's hearts all over here, so if you, if you start losing health, you can kind of get some back. There we go. Okay. There was a glitch with this where you could lose a bunch of hearts instantly, but I believe I fixed that. I don't know if it still happens. If it does, make sure to comment that or something or whatever so I know better so I can fix that. Okay, so now that I got it down a quarter of health, as you can see, it starts to rotate and move like it kind of is now. So this is like the second attack it technically does. There is three, and right now, so it gets so as you could tell, it gets a little bit harder as you go because this is obviously a little harder to avoid it then compared to just when it's shooting straight. And then once it gets down to half health, it'll also have another attack, which is kind of similar to the one it's doing now, but a little bit different. So here we go. So then time it right. Okay, there we go. It's not hard to do because this is kind of just the basic to the bot. Oh, there we go. I lost 2 health already. It's kind of just the basic boss fight for now. There isn't really a ton to it yet. Eventually, I will be working on this a lot more, as well as more of the story. But still, I definitely will work on what you guys are seeing right now because it still needs a lot of work. This is just for testing purposes and all that. But this is kind of around the lines of what it will be like, except it'll probably be a little bit more challenging and a little bit more to it, so that it's not just so simple and the same thing. It's not so repetitive. So as you can see, it kind of changed it up again. So now it's like it's rotating just constantly. It's not like pausing in between rotation. But it's still not that hard. It's pretty easy. And yeah. So there's only 2 story parts to it. This is the end of the first part, and then it'll go straight into the second one. Okay, so here we go. Oh, I almost got hit by that one. There we go. Oh, there we go. That was weird. That happens, you know. That's probably something I have to look into. The fact I just fell straight down all that, and next thing you know, I was on the ground. Okay, so he probably needs like 2 more hits, honestly. There we go. No, maybe 2 now. Okay. And then he'll finally be eliminated. There we go. Yeah, 1 more hit and he'll be done. So then I'll free him and beat the boss, because as you can see, the objective, defeat the minion using your power to save your friend. That, if you couldn't tell that you had to use the power, that's it. So it just basically now it just jumps to the next part. It doesn't really show any story dialogue or anything yet, which, you know, obviously eventually will be implemented and all that. But now I have the friend back, and I can use my special power anywhere now. So that comes in handy now. And then yeah, so that guy's defeated. Now I'm technically starting the second part of the story. I'm back at the mountain town, so I'm down here instead of being up in the mountains. And now I'm heading over to here, as you can see, because this is where the next part takes place. And eventually, as you can see on the map, there's all of this. This will all be land. Like, you'll be able to go to this little island, this area over here, these mountains, everything. It's going to be a lot more. I don't know how long this game is going to take to finish it, but I'll definitely be releasing more public testing so you guys can try it out more if you guys want to and see as the game comes along and help out too with your opinions and all that. So now I'm here, as you guys can tell, I'm right here, heading towards that town. And that's where the next boss will technically be at. But there's still more to it than just going straight to that town. As you can see, I could lose my little friend if I really wanted to. He's gone. Except he'll still follow me. He'll be back right here. Okay, so now I'm in the next town. As you can see, there's little houses. This one I also need a name for. Don't have a name for any of this. Now, with this one, there is these tall lands. So, as you can see over here, that's where the boss is. He kind of hides up there. Eventually, it'll show like him tormenting the town, but then he's gonna hide up there. So then you can't reach him because, you know, your attack can't go that high. You can't reach. And then so then you need to do something about it, and it'll kind of direct you towards this cave. As you can see, the objective, enter the cave, which is right here. So now I'm in this cave right here, this little tunnel sort of thing, which this cave is going to have a lot more work to it. This is kind of just the basic of it right now. And then, okay, so I go down here, go this way, and then make my way up here. Okay, so up here then, here we go. So the objective now is to find the cave temple, so now there's a second temple. And when I go into here, it's going to get rid of my first guy because this is all about the second character now. So as you can see, the other guy's gone. Now this one isn't a maze. This one's more of making strategic jumps, and if you fail, you fall down and you have to start over again. So here's how this works. So you go over here. So now, as you can tell, if I was to fail this jump, I'd fall straight down and have to start over again, but I'm probably not going to do that. So I'll just continue my way around. So if you mess up the jump, so if I messed up this one, I'd land back down, go all the way down there. And this gets even higher, so if you mess up, it'd kind of be pretty bad depending on how high you are. You just have to do it all over again. Okay, so then here we go down here. But yeah, this one it gets a little bit harder as you go with strategic jumps and everything and getting this all right and all that stuff. So yeah, we'll just go up here. Some of these jumps you can just jump right over. You don't even need to like take the time. Okay, so here we go. And yeah, right now the objective is to find the... It's the same thing as it was when I entered the other temple, just to find the power room. Okay, now... Oh, okay, I'm getting to the top now. Here we go. Now we're here. Just cross this. So now if you fell like somewhere here, this would be pretty bad because you'd go pretty far down again. And then this is like a pretty big jump here. If you were to mess this up, you would go pretty far down again, and it would not be good at all. You'd have to do a lot over. So this one doesn't show text at the bottom like the other one did, but basically it's the same idea, except this one you shoot. So as you can tell, he kind of like shoots a little beam or whatever, and then whichever direction you're facing. And then, so as you can tell, it kind of is, it's used against that boss. So, yeah. So a lot of this still needs to be worked on. Like I said, it's going pretty good. I don't know how long this development is going to take, but I'm definitely going to keep everybody updated on this so you guys can check it out. And if you guys have any suggestions, make sure so far if you guys have any ideas for this, go ahead and comment it. And yeah, go through here. Now you fall down here, and then here we go. Up here, down this way. And just go back. So yeah, now I have technically two powers, which comes in handy. But the point of this, so basically synergistic endeavoring is the name of it is because synergistic means working together technically, and endeavoring means overcoming challenge and a journey sort of. So basically it's working together to defeat a villain. So, you know, that's kind of the gist of it. So now I'm on to the second boss, and then to enable it, you have to use his power and shoot him. Okay, there we go. So now I started the boss fight. And this one kind of flies around these platforms, and it'll also go on the ground. But here we go. So as you can tell, it was different. So now it has actual kind of cameras that move your vision up. So you can actually see him up there. It's not really hard to reach up there and get him. Okay, so he kind of shoots at you. The lower you get his health, the faster he shoots. That's what this one does. So it does get harder as you go. There we go. And you have to be careful because the shots can actually affect the other character too. And basically with this one, you could use the other guy if he's on the ground. So, yeah. So if you wanted to, you could take this guy when the guy lands on the ground part of it, not up on these platforms, and then you could just charge him, but it's kind of risky. So now it should be starting to shoot. Yeah, it's starting to shoot a little bit faster. It gets crazy fast though at the end, because you'll see eventually, as you can tell, it just got even faster now that it's lower than half. Okay, and then yeah, it goes even faster though. There's a little bit faster, and then okay, it should be getting close. Oh, look at that, he only got one shot down. But yeah, you could just kind of chase him around. It's not hard. And this boss obviously is going to undergo a lot of changes too. He's not really... There we go. He's at his fastest point. Shooting very fast. Okay. Oh god. Yup, there it is. That's the fastest. Never mind. You got to be pretty careful with that. Oh my god, I might have like overdone myself a little bit with that. Yeah, that's definitely. Oh crap! Oh crap! Nope, don't let that guy get hit. You got 2 more hits on him and he'll be dead. There we go. One more hit. Oh god, no! Don't take the hearts. Okay, we're good. We're good. There are no hearts in this area. I forgot to place them out. Probably I'm gonna fix that soon. There we go. Okay, so now it's done. So now I finished the second part. That's all there was. So as you can, if you read this, it kind of explains how it's an early access. And yeah, so if you guys have any glitches, bugs you find, any issues, or if you just want to comment an idea or something or give your opinion, you can comment it on the game's Game Jolt page, which is where you're going to, where I'll have the download link to. It's going to be on that page. You can comment it there, or the website. So brokenpixel-studios.com, or email contact at brokenpixel-studios.com. So Broken Pixel Studios is kind of like our game development company. Like it's basically like how we have LGG as our YouTube. This is kind of like our game development because all of us are in technically part of it. And yeah, so this game's obviously going to have a lot more to it, as it says in this, and definitely more tests will come out so you guys can try it out whenever. So make sure to, yeah, and I'll make videos on this anytime I make new tests and anything new. I don't know how often I'll release new updates to this stuff and all that, but over time this definitely will get a lot better and become a better game in total or whatever. But if you guys want to try it out, I have a link in the description below so you guys can try it out for yourselves, give some feedback. I don't care if it's negative. Trust me, that's going to help a lot, because if you guys find something that's wrong with it, for sure, that I didn't clarify or something that you found that should be fixed, go ahead and say it and I'll work my best at that. But yeah, other than that, guys, if you guys enjoy this, make sure to like it, subscribe to us. And yeah, so thanks for watching, though, guys. And check out my Game Maker Studios tutorials. If you guys want to see anything in this that was in this that you want to see a tutorial on how to make, go ahead and comment that. I'll probably do that. But yeah, so thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.